any better than this.
What a blow!
Announcer in this place. You know where they're going. Good shot. Looking for a better angle. Yes! Yes!
You've got to be kidding. Back-to-back shots by James Yap.
And B-Meg Derby Ace escapes.
Oh, and Espinas shut down by J.R. Reyes. Aranya gets away. Oh, and a put back by Dave Norwood. Second and static one. And it's official. Rain or shine. Their 7th win of the Fiesta Conference.
Boy, they can really get us screaming and yelling with their performances. These teams coming up winning runs about Derby Ace as well as Rain or Shine in a nice run as we go to the home stretch of the classification phase. We're closer to your home here in Parañaque, in Pasay City, as we report to you from the Cuneta Astrodome. It's nice to check the team standings because there's a race at the top, but also an interesting race because may outside possibility pag umabot ang isa sa dalawa rito, although they're not forcing it.
But everyone seems, each team has a different race that they're involved in. Obviously, top of the standings, Talking Tex and San Miguel, they're gunning for that outright semifinal slot. But B-Meg has an outside shot of making it there if they can catch up with San Miguel. But on the other hand, Rain or Shine, who is their opponent today, what they're looking at is solidifying or getting that opportunity to be in the top 5, which would land them in the quarterfinals.
Like Barangay Ginebra, John Wichico saying that they wanted to get number 3. This is actually the second meeting between these two teams that seem to have developed some kind of rivalry over the last year or so. Remember the last time how hard it was for the then team known as Pure Foods to get by Rain or Shine.
The B-Meg, Derby Ace, and Rain or Shine, they met, I believe, in the quarterfinals of the last conference, which was a hard-fought one. When then Pure Foods, now B-Meg, did win that series, and they did win the first game of this season for them, of the conference. And if you look at it, Seb, it's a low-scoring ball game when these two teams meet because they're defensive teams. When you look at the number of scoring in terms of points, they're number 1 and number 2 in terms of points being given up. And in that meeting, it was all about James Yap finishing that game strong, and on the B-Meg, or rather the Rain or Shine side, they really struggled from the free throw line in that game.
In the meantime, you know, when you have a star player, a marquee player, it's so thrilling when he gets his game on track. And I wonder what Ronnie McSanop is smiling about as of now.
Well, he's smiling about that game-winning shot that James Yap just had against San Miguel. When you're a defensive team, it's very important to have a very good closer, and that's what James Yap is. He was named Player of the Week last week after wins over Santa Lucia and San Miguel, and as you can see, 22 points over that span, shooting at around 80% from the free throw line, and more importantly, really opening up the offense for them with that 42% from the three-point range.
Simply big-time performance, a big-time performance by James Yap. And now, our announcer, who sounds like it's a voice coming from the heavens. I cannot compete with him. Let's let him introduce the starting lineups. We'll get back to that graphic in a short while. In the meantime, let's listen to the introductions of the starting lineups.
At center, number 41, Don Aliado. At forward, number 15, Mark Pingris. And also at forward, number 30, Cliff Brown. Head coach for the B-Meg Derby Ace Llamados is Ryan Gregorio. And now the starting 5 for your Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. At guard, number 3, Sol Mercado. Also at guard, number 1, T.Y. Tang. At center, number 55, Jai Lewis. At forward, number 20, Jerby Cruz. And also at forward, number 65, Eddie Laure. Head coach of the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters is Caloy Garcia. Our referees of the ball game are Noel Kilingue, Maui Morillo, and Romy
Abin will be the gentlemen with the whistles. They will join the 10 men, and whose names of which you see on your screens right now. And T.Y. Tang has been playing well and extremely strong as of late as we get set to put the ball in the air, and we are underway with your second game here tonight. And here's Artadi, who was an interesting pest for San Miguel Beer in the last game won by Derby Ace. Llamados renewing his starting role here, and Artadi scoops it up with nothing doing there. This is that moment of the game where the coaches take a long, hard look, see how the game flows, and Derby Cruz, who's a starter tonight, gets it to break the ice.
Quite critical for Rain or Shine to get the players that aren't really their top 3 scorers to get involved. Derby Cruz right there. They need positive minutes from him.
Got to think down the road also about the playoffs and how much more you can stretch your lineup. As you take a look at James Yap, the double team on him. Llamados swings it over to Artadi. Just kisses the iron, and it's a tough angle to rebound for Derby Ace. Penetration by Mercado produces nothing. James Yap, first attempt. And here's Sol Mercado.
Very interesting how Sol Mercado is going to play in this game. Remember how he just shredded the defense of B-Meg, then Pure Foods in the last conference. If he should be able to remember what he did there, carry that confidence, should be able to do the same once again here.
And that is what Rain or Shine is hoping for in terms of history repeating itself. However, it's been quite an unlucky venue for Rain or Shine. They've lost 2 games here, while Derby Ace likes this venue. They've won 3 already here this season. In the meantime, go ahead, please.
Good passing in that sequence, and just so happened, poor finish on the part of Derby Cruz. But that's a positive sign for Rain or Shine with that ball movement.
Here's Fingers, a moment of indecision as the shot clock comes below 9. Brown lets it fly, back iron, and Lewis picks up the rebound. His third of the game, and 2 minutes have gone by. .13 on the shot clock as Laure looks inside. T.Y. Tang snaps quickly, bit off to the left. Cold start by both clubs. A minute and a little over 2 minutes being played here. Yap launches, tries to wax hot, won't work, and the ball is sent outside. And last touch by Rain or Shine.
And it won't be surprising if we see a game similar to what they had in the first time they met this conference, which was played in the 70s, because both these teams, they play defense. They like to limit their opponents to a low number, and they don't like to give up easy baskets.
Gives them a better chance to win the ball games as Fingers tries to attack and breaks the ice for the Llamados. Early tie at 2 apiece. Lewis looking for the ball downstairs. It's lost. Fingers ahead, no chance. Artadi sneaks through the traffic.
A very difficult situation there for T.Y. Tang. Paul Artadi going full steam ahead, no help, no one left in the middle to help him, and Paul Artadi just saw that opening.
Artadi threw off any effort or possibility of a double team clamping down on him. In the meantime, we have a referee's call that halts the action. Artadi whistled for his first, and the Llamados with 2 team fouls. Oh, look at that move.
Good inside-out dribble to get him free, but also, as you see, coming out of the picture was the import of Rain or Shine trying to help on the outside, where maybe he should have stayed in the middle and made sure that, that's what he had to protect.
Because that's what you get when you play against Paul Artadi. A lot of elusive moves. This is a twisting shot as Mercado tears down the inside. He has his first 2 points, that is, and the second basket of Rain or Shine.
And Sev, I like what he's doing. He's got to put pressure on James Yap. You know that he's gonna tire you out on the offensive end. So if he's playing defense on you, you have to make him work.
A lot of bumping, shoving, and pushing on the baseline as Yap was trying to cut Llamados.